It's stuck in the port.
Okay.
So I guess that's just me.
Well, let's stand and do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Have you reviewed the meeting minutes? I do have one comment to make, and I don't know how I missed this. It's Federal Management Information System. There's no emergency.
Oh, yeah, famous.
So there is no E in FEMA's. What's that? Yeah. And the E in the acronym. I don't know how that got missed.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve.
Got a motion to approve, a second?
I'll second.
Okay. All three of you get to vote.
Sorry, no.
So, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Don't even be honest.
Public comment. I'm asking the question, but there is nobody here to do a public comment. Old business program of projects. I have to get the program of project spreadsheet out to everybody. I'm planning on getting that out today. So when we finish this meeting, I'll send it to everybody.
So there's no action to take today then?
No, other than the minutes. So this is gonna be a lot of information, mainly an informational meeting. I will get that out to you. I do have, for LaPorte, I do have DES numbers for Polk and Lake Street.
Oh, okay. Well, do you have those, or do you want to send them to me, or?
I'll send those to you.
Okay, because I can also take it down if you want, but.
I can look real quick at, let's see. So Lake Street is 250-1047.
250-1047. Okay.
And Polk Street is 46.
250-1046.
Right.
Okay. I'll pass those on to Nick.
New business, Maycog, our sister NPO to the east of us, has a new data bike, which we'll be taking out, NERC staff will be taking out and riding on the trails. So we'll be able to, and this will give us like a basal rating on the trails, as well as videotape, so you can see the condition of the trail, and it has a GPS counter. Someone earlier this morning asked if we could think about purchasing our, if we could purchase our own data bike. That's kind of Mitch Barloga's area.
Does it also map?
Yeah.
It has GPS built into it, so it
Yes.
maps as well.
Yeah, it's actually, you kind of build it from spare parts, really. You take an e-bike, you add an iPad to it, you add a GPS to it, and then a couple other pieces of hardware, and there is no company that makes a data bike, so you just kind of build it as you need it. So, so anyway, we're borrowing MACOGs at least for next year. I don't know how much further, what kind of agreement. That's, like I said, that's Mitch Barloga's area, but we do have that, and I think we're starting next year. We're gonna be borrowing that and then riding it around. NERC staff will be riding it around the region, looking at all of the trails in the map, and then we'll share that, of course, share that information with the cities, the LPAs. So,
It's kind of a cool tool to have.
yeah. Indiana State Senate Bill number 5, just kind of a reminder that starting in January 1st, 2026, the State Board of Accounts will have the authority to close any PO that does not have any activity on it more than 90 days. So right now it's...
State Board of Accounts has that.
Yeah, right now they have the authority to do that, but it's 6 months. So it's cutting it in half. So 2 things to keep in mind: if you expect a delay of any amount of time, make sure you send Brianne and Marcy an email letting them know that there's a delay and when you expect to start filing a claim. Because if there's no notes, then when for some reason.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Because we would have been in bad shape if that bill had been in place before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
like
even with NERC bills, we send our claim in every 3 months. So this could be, not that we're late ever sending our claims in, but after 90 days, I mean, are they gonna close it after 100 days? I don't know. But this is something that NDOT doesn't want, but this is coming from the State Board of Accounts. So, just something to keep in mind. CCMG update, as you may or may not know, there's only one call every year now for CCMG. So the first call for this year is going to be in October. And then the calls will be in July of every year, starting in 2026. So something to keep in mind, it'll be the first month of every fiscal year.
July from that. July from 26 on.
July from fiscal year 27.
Or 27 on.
Yeah, so it'll be July. The fiscal year runs July 1st to June 30th. So fiscal year 2027, we're in fiscal year 26 now.
So the call for 26 is October.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, with the state worrying about the state of finance, and they've cut that down from 2 a year to 1 a year, and I think they also cut it down from 1 million, from 1.5 million down to 1 million. So, the other, I think everything else stays the same, so it's something to keep that in mind. Other new business, we have, there's a new, that's not a new program, but US DOT is reviving a program that really hadn't got off the ground. And it's a TIFIA, stands for Transportation Infrastructure Funding, something. I'm not sure. That's something that came out yesterday. I was trying to do a deeper dive into it, and I only was able to spend like an hour on it. But what it is it's a way for LPAs to take out a loan from the US DOT for your portion of the funds for a project. These are going to be bigger projects, so for instance, the north-south corridor, LaPorte, the county of LaPorte or the city of LaPorte could take.
When is that going to become available?
It's been available since, from what I was reading, it's been available since 2012.
Oh,
But it's just never been publicized. But with the new administration, they're trying to get some of these projects going, especially some of these bigger projects. It's a low interest loan, so you're at, what you say, in treasury rates?
But they were based on the treasury rates.
Yeah. So it's based on the federal treasury rates. And you have 45 years to pay that back. So you can really take a small, manage those payments in smaller, make those payments smaller. Larger projects, you can get up to 75 years to pay it back, but I'm guessing that's going to be something like a major, like the Sherman Milton Bridge or something like that. But still, that allows something like, say, the north-south corridor to be built. And you can only use the funds for your local portion, for your local share. But if that's a case where, for instance, and I'm using the north-south corridor, if that's a case where the sponsors takes out a loan for 40% of the cost, then they're able to, I mean, they could pay that back over 45 years, whatever it is. Looks like a lot of the same, follows kind of like the same rules and regs as a raise or a build grant. You got to start construction within 5 years. And I think there's a minimum on the cost of the project. So it has to be a regionally significant project. So that's something to keep in mind, which the north-south corridor certainly does. Fill that, and it is, that's something to keep in mind for both the county and the city. Again, it's 45 years, so you're kind of tied into that. I don't know if that means, what that means as far as audits or anything else like that, but again, that is another avenue to get some of these some projects moving. And you might get a little press on it too.
okay.
That is everything I have to discuss. We kind of went through at quarterly meetings, and we did talk about projects that were at high risk, so we did get a lot of those mitigated. And again, the program of projects is going to be out. I'll get that out today. And then just let me know if there's, as always, if there's, you see something incorrect, let me know.
When is our next NOFA?
So the NOFA is would be in September of even number of years.
Next year, September of next year,
Yeah,
for 29,
for 31 and 32.
or 31 and 32.
Yeah,
Oh, we did 29 and 30 already?
yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So we are we're waiting for our 26 to 2030 tip to be approved by USDOT, FHWA, and FTA, and NDOT. NDOT will give they don't have any issues, but they don't ever sign. The governor doesn't sign until after Federal Highway signs. So I expected that around August 1st. So I don't know when it's coming. So I do know, as we learned earlier this year, all the federal positions are kind of dealing with half staff. So that's something that I know a lot of people are doing double work and doing work that they're not even, that they may not even be qualified to do because there's no one else in the office to do the work. A lot of people that were there also were able to take an early buyout, so they opted to do that. So that's it. Is there anything else? So our next meeting will be November 18th at 1 o'clock. If anybody has, we will adjourn if I can get a couple of people to make a motion and second.
I'll make a motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you, everybody.
November 18th, 1 o'clock.
Yes.